Hey for fans, just a quick video here regarding my thoughts on the DUNE trailer. Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of Frank Herbert's classic novel from the 1960s is set for release this December, we hope. Long considered unfilmable due to its labyrinthian plotting, myriad characters and complex backstory, both previous attempts to make the film failed in their own way. The Chilean art house director Alejandro Jodorowsky attempted to make one in the 1970s, which was never made due to financial constraints. There's a great documentary available to watch on that called Jodorowsky's DUNE, where it goes into quite a lot of detail about what happened there. Very interesting story. And David Lynch, famous director of Eraserhead and the Twin Peaks TV series, actually did manage to make one for Dino De Laurentiis in 1984, which, although I like, and it's got some interesting things in it, but it completely fails as an adaptation. There's some startling visuals, some good actors, but overall it just tries to condense the story into a 2-hour film, and it's totally incomprehensible. So now we have DUNE, or DUNE, by Denis Villeneuve, who's the director of Arrival and Blade Runner 2049. So he's got a great sci-fi pedigree. He's a good visualist, he's great with actors, and looking at the trailer, there's some excellent looking special effects. The production design looks suitably oppressive, and he seems to have captured the serious tone of the novel, although hopefully he's also retained the nuttiness of the original novel that's in there. It's a strange mix of a political thriller, a metaphor for the exploitation of desert cultures for oil, and it's got this kind of hippie-ish environmental warning with a bit of a LSD style trip outs just for good measure. Looking at the trailer, the cast looks great, it looks excellent, looks like they've really picked the right actors for those roles, full of great character actors and well-known faces. Timothée Chalamet is playing Paul Atreides, the hero. He's kind of like a Henry V style figure, a boy king who must quickly accept his destiny. I mean, Chalamet's great in everything I've seen him in. One of my favourite films last year, Little Women, and Call Me By Your Name. So he's a great actor, really up and coming, very charismatic. I think he's got everything required to take this role on. So DUNE, if you're not sure of the storyline, and to be honest with you, don't blame you. It's not exactly it doesn't really get talked about that much anymore. The book is quite an influential book, and a lot of influences on Star Wars and a lot of other sci-fi franchises. But it's kind of forgotten about. It's not a very well-known franchise. So the storyline for DUNE is essentially that in the future, everything in the universe is hinged on this spice called melange, and the spice is valuable because it allows people to travel through space and time and travel across the universe. So at this present time, the entire universe economy is built on this spice, and the only source of the spice is in a planet called Arrakis, also known as DUNE. Many houses vie for the right to be in charge of the production of the spice. One house is the Harkonnens, who are this evil. If you're thinking of it's like Game of Thrones in space, you're thinking of that they're like the Lannisters, these cunning, manipulative, evil family who are currently running the Arrakis. And then on the other side, you've got the House Atreides, who are a bit like the Starks. They're this honourable, noble family. And the beginning of the story is that the House Atreides get put in charge of running the Arrakis, but actually it's a trap set by the Harkonnens to wipe out the entire house of the Atreides. The son of the family Atreides is Paul, and he is a special young boy who has psychic powers and could possibly be a prophesied messiah. And eventually he leads the indigenous people of Arrakis, known as the Fremen, in a revolt against the empire that runs the universe. So although I'm very excited about seeing the film, looking at the trailer, like I said, it looks great. I'm a big fan of the novel DUNE, and also like I said before, I like David Lynch's version, and I think it's a great story that deserves to be retold. And I think with modern special effects and learning the lessons from previous adaptations, I think it could be a great film. The main problems with the last few ones were Jodorowsky's one kind of went off a bit too into the esoteric realms, whereas David Lynch's version just was incomprehensible. They tried to cram in too much, tried to cram the whole novel into 2-hour film. It'd be like trying to do